please welcome Mr. Jeff Goldblum, ladies and gentlemen. Look at Jeff Goldblum. Look great, ladies and gentlemen. A tall, handsome man.
You're handsome yourself.
Well, God bless you.
Thank
Sit
so
yourself
much.
down. How
God
are you?
bless
How are
you.
you?
I'm
Well?
very well, thank you.
You look very, very well indeed.
Thank you so much. You, look at you. You look delightful.
Christ, I'm handsome.
Now, yes, you are. Remind me, what's our whole history together? When did we first, because we've known each other a long time now, when did we first...
We were both in Special Weapons and Tactics training back in '69.
Oh, yeah, I think so, that's right.
3 or 4 years of black ops that we can't go into here.
No.
Then you killed a man.
Yeah.
And I rescued you from a jail in Bangkok.
It's all true. What a fertile imagination. You should be a writer. You should be a...
Let me ask you something, Jeff Goldblum. I love the way Jeff, and I don't know if you've noticed in his acting, Jeff, did you see the little flourish he gave there with his hand? It was rather like a magician, or perhaps a flautist without a flute. You're one of my all-time favourite hand actors. You do a lot of expression with your hands. Now, did you study some kind of like special like mime or anything, or training of hands, or where does this come from? I see a lot of the time you'll be. Ooh.
I maybe do too much of that. Really, like that?
No, I don't take that personally. That's not criticism. I'm not actually saying it's not like you walk in and say it's like you're, taxi. You know, it's not like you don't overdo it. You don't overcook it. I just like seeing it.
Thank you very much. No, I never. No. Certainly, there's no studying you do. But I did, because you mentioned it, I did study mime a little bit, along with acting training,
Well, maybe that's where
early on. No, I know, there's nothing of that. But mime has fallen on hard, popular times. Nobody likes the mime.
Doesn't Jeff Goldblum seem calm, relaxed, got nothing to prove? He's just... What's the secret, Jeff? What is the secret to your coolness? Do you meditate? Do you study? Do you...
I meditate a little bit, yeah.
How long each day do you meditate for?
As needed. I do it first thing in the morning, though, 20-ish minutes.
See, that's quite a big commitment. But, there's a reason why that works, apparently. It resets the brain waves. Did you know that?
Does it?
Mm.
Do you do it?
No.
So I studied transcendental meditation a long time ago.
Who did you study with? With an expert?
Well, they initiate you into it, and they can give you a mantra, in fact.
Are you allowed to tell people the one they gave you, or is it best to keep it secret?
They instruct you to keep it never spoken aloud.
If you did speak it aloud, would a chair break or something? Is it like one of those things, like you would use it as a weapon? Boom! And someone's head would go. It might be. Who knows? The forces of the universe are great and wonderful.
Yeah, who knows?
You don't know for sure.
You don't know.
Well, have you said it out loud in front of people?
No.
Well, you don't know.
You don't know.
Why did you try it in a lift? Or an elevator, as you would call it.
I know lift. I know what you call things.
Is that the word, Bing?
She thought waffle was a sexy thing. She's laughing. I can hear her back there. She thought it was so funny. Even he said, "Do you like waffle?" She went, "What's a waffle?"
Yeah.
Yeah, you're naughty. But I know. But you get used to hearing different words here, so you think are they using another word? Waffle. Yes, because it sounds like a funny word if you don't think about it first.
Those stupid English and their English language. Yeah, I know. Always using those other words for things.
I don't know. You think we Americans are what? Coarse and dumb?
No, we don't think you're coarse and dumb. We just think you're a bit loud and brash and fat normally. I mean, not you two. You know what I mean?
Not me, not either.
No, not you. But you know what I mean. That's the generalisation. And you think that we have terrible teeth and live in squalor.
But your teeth.
That wasn't. And where can you have got these ideas from? Alan, don't take it personally. We're together in this.
His teeth are a trademark. I went to see, I looked at Jurassic Park. I went to the premiere of Jurassic Park in Tokyo, and they really are reserved. And the parts where people were usually, I'd seen it in America, screaming and da-da-da, it's old news now, but during, T-Rex attacks and stuff, there was no sound. They'd make no sound. And I was there in the audience, and I go, what are they doing? And I'd look down the row, and all of them at the same time would be going... They were doing that. They were actually doing that. It was adorable. Yeah, I don't mean to be
being polite,
generalizing, but it was it was
That's
adorable.
Fascinating. But that was a hit all over the world.
I don't know if it's fascinating. You're being too kind.
Yes, I am. Okay. What for you is the deciding factor when taking a part? Because you've had a career which has covered many different kind of movies. What attracts you? What do you look for?
Something in my instinct and tummy tells me I want to do this part. It's something. It's like appetite. It's like food. what appetizes you? Do you really, does that, or what girl are you attracted to? Do you go, you know, there's no...
You can't say in advance who you're going to find attractive.
That's exactly right. And when
Girls
you read a script...
Past, sometimes you're badung, sometimes you're maybe later.
Maybe what?
Maybe later.
Maybe late.
You store that in the bank for later, you know what I'm saying?
I think so.
Yeah, you have... I'll tell you later.
But you know, like this part, I'm thinking of this part, this play that I took,
well, let's talk about this because I can sort of see why you'd be attracted, because of course it's written by the great
David Mamet.
David Mamet, who's one of the greatest writers
So
working
smart,
in
so
stage and screen.
lively, so magical in interchange, jazzy, dazzling, funny, dramatic, intense, full, actable.
There's no such word as full actable. You ruined a perfectly
That was
good...
full / actable. I did, it was full and actable. There was a comma there. There was a comma there. And about big ideas. He's a smart and wise and deep thinker.
But I can see why you would want to work for David Mamet, certainly. And what is the nature of this? Because I'm not familiar. This is one of his ones that I haven't seen.
Yes, I had never seen it on stage myself. I fooled around with it in class a little bit. I teach a little bit. Then I did a radio version of it a couple of years ago. But Matthew Warchus, great and brilliant director, is doing it. Kevin Spacey, masterful actor. Okay. It's like a master class every day you rehearse with, and we're still in rehearsal now. And Laura Michelle Kelly is in it. It's only the three of us. It's a three-character play. So Laura Michelle Kelly currently in Lord of the Rings.
A three-hander. Are you all on stage all the time, or there's scenes where you...
We come and go.
Okay.
And it's about a couple of Hollywood film producer, big shot type, studio types.
In the modern day?
In around late 80s.
So near enough to the modern day, yeah.
Near enough. And it's 24 hours in the life of these couple of guys. A girl comes into their lives, a mysterious and magical and very interesting and intriguing girl. And to one of them, something becomes available. They've always been materialistic and desperate and frightened, I think.
Exciting for you to be on stage, I would have thought. It must be a different sort of thing than making movies, of course.
Of course it is, and here in London particularly, the home and the tradition of great and excellent acting. It's an honor and a privilege. I've never done it before here in London. At the Old Vic, you know, especially, what a great place.
And that's where Kevin Spacey is in charge of the programming.
He's in charge of it, and with him and Matthew Warchus, it's a great and humbling and challenging honor and
It
privilege.
looks to me, you're like a cat eating cream. The way you're enjoying talking about this, and obviously you're lying back there and you're going, it's marvellous to be doing it. I might have to ask you to sit up and stop being so sensual. Let me ask you about you being over here. How long are you in the UK for? And do you enjoy being in London town? Have you stayed here for any period of time before?
Love it, love it, love it. I've been here about a month so far.
Why are you in town?
Yes, sir.
Do you get to go out of London much? Have you travelled much around the United Kingdom? Because everyone talks about London. Of course, we're the capital city. We're lucky there. But there's so many other wonderful places, beautiful countryside, great towns to see, friendly people to meet. Would you get outside? Will you travel the UK?
I would love it. I would love to see all these places of which you speak. I know about them. I'd love to see them. But London itself, I haven't seen. There's so much to see here in London. And so far, I've just been from the hotel to the rehearsal hall and very kind of focused. Although I've gone to a couple places.
And if you want to travel a bit, you know where I've never been. I'd like to go. Do you want to come with me?
Where?
Loch Ness. You want to come and see if we can find a monster? You want to come up with me for the day?
Do you really think there's a monster there?
What, there isn't? You don't think there is?
If I had to guess?
Yeah.
No. You're counting on, your heart is set on there being a monster there?
If he's going to come out for anyone, he's going to come out for me, isn't he? Really? Yeah, and I know how to feed him.
What?
I'm going to take Alan Carr up and dangle him in the water.
There they are. Look, still hanging in. What is she drinking? Wine now. Now she can drink her little red wine and check her bangs. Oh.
She's getting nice
my bangs, my bangs.
See, they're not called bangs. It's a fringe, for Christ's sake. We're in England.
Oh, really? Oh,
It's
that's
not
what...
called bangs.
You don't even say bangs.
Bangs means something else altogether.
Really?
Bang, but that's not bang.
You've got nothing up there to boast about.
I've got a Brazilian.
I love that.
I've been drinking.
This is the most fun I've ever had in my whole life.
No. Is it really? On the one hand, I'm delighted. On the other hand, I'm a little bit sorry for you. You remember that film, The Fly, you were in?
Yes, sir, I do.
It was a great film, wasn't it?
Thank you so much.
It was a grotesque and it was a terrifying film. And you know what made it work for me, and I'm going to say something which I hope you enjoy, was the humanity that you gave to a role which otherwise could have seemed just schlocky and a little bit two-dimensional. And it gave it a beating heart to the centre, which made the journey all the more awful when you saw what this man was going through. What a tremendous performance.
You're so kind.
It's a shame they don't award movies like that. Genre movies, and that's what it's dismissed as. They don't get the kind of reward they deserve. And I think it was just a stunning performance by you and Gina Davis in it. It's a tremendous role.
Spectacular. Well, the reward was in doing it, the doing of it itself, and David Cronenberg is responsible for, of course, that movie. He's a brilliant director, as we know.
The makeup you wear, quite grotesque.
Yeah.
And no doubt time-consuming to put on.
Yes, at the final stage, 5 hours.
There we are, just before they started working on there.
Oh, my God.
There's a kind of, you know, don't
Before
tell
any
us-
of the makeup,
That's just a horrible-looking thing going on there, isn't it? You look like mid-period Michael Jackson. There's that kind
Bad, isn't it?
you know, every time I see that film, and I watch it again on a fairly regular basis, I find myself thinking, I'll watch that again. It's quite a tough watch, but it's such a brilliantly composed piece. And still, when the body of the character you play, Mr. Brundle,
Yes, sir.
begins to deteriorate, it's just awful every time. You're in town for a few months. Maybe, let's say, mid to late March, we'll do the Loch Ness Monster thing.
Okay.
And after that, if you want to come back on the show, you're welcome anytime. Mr. Jeff Goldblum, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. As always, a pleasure.